It's all good.
What's all good?
I have no fucking clue.
What I do know, though, is that we're live.
Oh god.
Perfect. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Corruption Crew at Retroverse and stuff. If you hear sounds, that's Sirenscape. They're cool. They're like 15 a month or so, every other month, I mean. They have all kinds of sound sets for fantasy, for sci-fi, for board games, for all different kinds of things. My favorite sound sets right now, at least for this game, are Pathfinder 1E Strange Aeons, and then the Starfinder one, which I don't remember the name of it, but it's something starships, spaceship themed. Yeah.
Words.
Words.
I thought I was screwing up.
Yeah.
Words are hard.
They are. They're so hard. Yeah, go check them out. Shut up, Saege. Yeah, so does somebody want to do the recap of what the hell happened last time?
Oh god, I should not be the one doing this.
No, do
Do
it.
it.
Oh,
Do
fuck.
it.
You already started.
Yeah, that's my fucking mistake. So we finally got the chance to GTFO from, was it Neo Red Amy or no, Rosa Gallica?
Yeah.
Rosa Gallica. Rosa, that fancy place we were in before.
Mm-hmm.
Finally on our way to get the bounty for the anarchist. However, on our way there, we somehow ended up in the boondocks. No, that's not the right word. God damn it.
I mean, it's pretty boondocks.
Let's call it BFE. That's better. We met Courage the Cowardly Dog, and we met Eustace, who was the one who gave us the bounty. Forgive me, I forget his name. I'm calling him Eustace.
Yeah.
Who that is.
Stupid dog, you made me look bad. I really should not be doing this. We all got
Fine,
paid.
I love it.
We learned a little bit of history. There was a picture of him and some very, very, very old people from which war was it, Kat?
Machine War.
The Machine War. So he is old as the dirt he farms. And we were all given Avernus fried chicken. And to relax the evening away while he was setting up our payments. And we got to spend the night, I think.
Oh,
I
we just
don't
ate
think
dinner.
you stayed the night. Yeah, I
Did
think
we
you
just
guys
were
were
eating
still
dinner?
eating dinner. Yeah.
Okay. I am so sorry, everybody.
Oh, good. That was a blast.
Yeah.
That's a good recap.
Yeah, it was a good. Oh, also, we forgot one very important thing of Gurk going to frolic with the dogs and Cyberus being very disappointed with the dogs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I turned into a dire laser corgi for a moment.
And Onyx was very uncomfortable with all of the things mounted on the walls and kept wandering around trying to figure out where the humanoid heads were.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Right, Onyx is trying to find a dead body.
Yeah. So, you guys are still enjoying that meal. Is there anything that you wanted to ask this fellow? His
Yes.
name, the name that he gave you was David.
I mean, Onyx has questions, but she doesn't like.
She doesn't want to talk to him.
She's not going to voice them because she knows it's going to
She's not gonna ask them openly. Where are the
She's-
dead bodies?
She's worried about ending up mounted.
Oh my god, I have 10 text messages from Kevin.
I don't think he's into rocks.
That's what you think. I'm sure we could find a rock mounted somewhere.
God
You
damn.
don't know that.
What do you...
I asked Kevin to text me ideas for something, and he walked into the bathroom, and then he's like, time to make a pantheon, because that's the running gag, that every time he takes a shit, he can just make a pantheon, because he totally can. Our
He
homebrew
can
will
shit
do
out
that.
a pantheon.
Yes.
This is the corn deity.
Good night, folks.
The god of greens.
Oh no!
The funny thing is, though, our homebrew world does have a corn deity whose name is Maze, and he is the
They're pretty amazing.
enemy. He is the enemy of Which one is the demon lord of the Minotaur demon lord?
Baphomet?
Yeah.
He's probably mad at him because he's so corny.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay, I ask him, you seem to be quite the hunter. Have you encountered any creatures from the plane of corruption, or do you know much about it?
Oh, I know plenty of things about corruption. I think one of the things further down the hall, what was it called? A flutterflesh, I think. I have that thing on the wall.
I had these kind of wings. I put down some of the feathers.
Oh yeah, just like that. Though mine did not have a tramp stamp. That's cool. That's pretty cool, yeah. I do have this one that's really interesting, and God, it was a gnarly little son of a bitch. It's like a severed hand. Yeah, that thing was a bitch to nail down.
Wait. You said yours didn't have the tramp stamp. Is it possibility that people, sentient beings, idiots who can get tattoos, can become that level of corrupted?
Oh, of course.
You know, when I killed it, I didn't really stop to ask if it used to be a person. I had just kind of assumed that it, like, killed a person and made that part of it, or was some crazy wizard that, like, I don't know, skinned a person and made it into a monster. I don't know these things. I don't know where they come from. I just kill them and put them on my wall. Or I have a couple elsewhere that, you know, I've seen. I
always had like 15 evil heads that could give you the evil eye.
15 evil hands?
Heads.
No, I don't
She
have
knocks against her own head.
I don't have that.
Also, it was really funny. Sorry, we were just mentioning this. I was this close to taking the invocation that lets me speak with dead, and I would be so tempted to cast that on the Flutterflesh remains just a bit.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I'm so happy I don't.
I find it interesting because corruption seems to be something that needs a host, so to speak. Wow, that blue screen glitching there. They seem to need a host of some kind. Mostly, I've seen usually it's a sentient creature or an animal that gains corruption layers. But these creatures seem to be made of pure corruption. They didn't seem like they came from anything as a host. It was more like the energy. It was like an elemental of corruption.
Well, I've seen some stuff come out of like these like holes to other dimensions. I think they're called like phrase. And typically the stuff that comes out of there is pretty gnarly. It's not like, oh, hey, you glitch occasionally because you got that one weird layer, or like, hey, you can spin your head all the way around. It's more like that there's a monster. There is no explaining that. It just is. Yes. We don't know why. We don't know where it came from.
That's what we encountered with the Flutterflesh and this really big muscular thing.
When Gurk does all of that like explanation and speculation about the corruption thing, Onyx looks at him like he's some kind of alien creature because she does not understand what he's talking about, and then slowly shoves another beer over to him.
You're talking too smart and I need another one.
The bitch casts protection from poison on himself.
While I'm talking and it like slides onto the screen, like Onyx's hand is like sliding onto the screen with the bottle. You know, I just casually take it and drink it. No big deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't the things that I hunt, I don't always know where they come from. Usually it's like, I guess the same thing that you guys did with the Anarchist. get a bounty, you go and you kill it. Or like, I just heard about it and I wanted a good fight.
Yes, I believe Demona knows a lot about bounties.
Excuse me, I'm getting my power cord.
I'm sorry. Did you say bouncies or bounties?
Cat said bouncy, so I said bouncy.
Okay,
As
just
a
wanted
tease.
to make sure I heard right because that made me think of something completely wrong.
It was boobs.
No, obviously bounty, like the
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 coconut chocolate bar.
the coconut chocolate bar. Yeah.
You never heard of a bounty bar?
Oh, they're so nice. I love
It's
them,
so
especially the ice cream.
Hera, they're so nice.
Oh, I thought it was the quicker picker-upper.
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
the American bullshit where it's
Oh, I think
Bounty.
I've,
Bounty's also Bounty's a chocolate bar in America.
I've actually
Oh,
I've actually had one
Damn
of
it.
these. They have them in our like international section in the grocery store, and Kevin is always in there because he loves to try weird food that he's never tried before, and then make me try it. And it's like, Kevin, neither of us really like coconut all that much, and he's like, but try it.
so what were
Yeah.
those portals you said called?
The what's?
The portals that open to the corruption plane?
Phrase.
Phrase.
Yeah, Fray. Like the like a mini version of the Rift over Del Diablo.
so phrasing's a thing now.
Nice.
Has he ever seen anyone open one on Rita?
Say that again.
Has he ever seen anyone open one of the phrase on purpose, like we saw someone do?
I just realized I don't have my dice.
Don't need them.
Oh, but where we're going, we don't need
He's
dice.
like-
Flying car appears.
Let Scotty do it. He'll kill one of us.
No, I'm not using those dice. so-
No, it would be. I was gonna say it would be me, but no, my dice don't kill players. It's like I just roll ones all the time. Anyway,
That was your roll that killed you.
No, excuse you. There was damage involved in that roll.
Hey, wait, Scotty, tell him what your dice did.
Might have crit hit on an attack of opportunity on a level 2 player, but it's whatever.
Oof.
oof, oof.
Uh-huh.
What you're saying is that that the character's now jellied, pretty much.
Not only crit, but I think it did max damage with the crit. Yeah,
Triple.
yeah, it did max damage triple. Like I rolled max damage, not that was the result of the turn.
Mm.
Anyway, back in Retroverse.
Yes.
He's like, I've heard of it. I've seen it in like documentaries and stuff. I've never seen it in person. I know it's a thing that can be done, but I typically don't make a habit of hanging out with people that think they're powerful or smart enough to deal with that shit.
Hmm.
Typically.
Does he have a lot of corruption? Can I tell?
He has no corruption on him.
He would he probably also notice the thing going on with passion too? The lack of corruption.
You also notice that passion has none. Not like hers is
Oh, like a wee babe.
like the rest of you have yours, like you can still see it. You can see that it's like sort of suppressed. She has none.
Makes sense. If she wants some, she'll ask.
Yes, the person who's very vehemently said, "I can't wait to get rid of this shit," is gonna come and ask.
Oh,
I
look,
mean-
there's that phrasing I was talking about.
But if you wanted it, then you would know who to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody
punched
but
a little.
Cyberus.
I mean, he's got plenty. He could share. He probably wouldn't want to, but he could.
God.
You okay, Hera?
Just phrasing.
Phrasing?
No. That's what the crazy corruption wizards do.
Hera's face palming here.
The
I'm sorry, that's what I'm calling it from now
Hera,
on.
you
Anytime
should
a
be
portal
used to this.
opens.
I've been training you
Yeah,
forever
I know.
about this, and you're just not.
you should actually probably write that down, Kat. That's actually a really great
That is a
term
really good
for
name for
corruption
that.
gates or whatever.
Oh, I'm more. I was thinking about a different term, what you can do with fists.
I don't.
Of course you were.
To get corruption, you know?
Oh, You said fists, and I was just gonna be like, please assume the position.
No, Scotty, that's not incorrect. That is what Hera was implying.
How, if you don't mind me asking, has he always been that way? As I'm looking down at the dog with the little wheelchair legs.
Yeah.
That's obviously does not care, and it's like running around being nuts.
Yeah, no, he's happy as can be. Yeah, he was born that way. When he was a puppy, he well, it didn't grow properly.
I could try to fix it if you're okay with that.
He may already be neutered. You think about that?
I could fix that too, but
For what it's worth, I just remembered that we had been doing the like video game leveling, so that you guys do have all your shit, and all your hit points. Not that I think any of you took damage. He's like, yeah, if you want. Hey, Diesel. And he sort of like comes over and sits down, and his tail is wagging.
Oh.
He like leans down and starts taking the like straps of it off.
I can't speak with animals and myself. And I asked Diesel if he would like back legs that can move. I'm sure he won't mind either way.
But I have back legs that can move. These things, and he like boops them with his nose.
Would you be fine with not having to wear that anymore?
But then I wouldn't have back legs. He's like doing the confused dog head tilt.
Mm-hmm. I can make new back legs.
Huh. I don't know what that was.
Sorry,
That was really
sorry,
loud.
that was my phone. I had it set really high because I was blind. So, you know.
That makes sense.
Anyway.
I guess, sure.
Okay. Pat him on the head.
It won't hurt, will it?
Not at all.
Okay. He like sits down expectantly.
Smash cut to Diesel screaming
David's
and
like-
yelping in pain.
For what it's worth, typically when I think he might be expecting a trip to the vet. Sort of like looking at the leg and taking the thing off, it's what he's expecting. He's expecting a treat. Usually they offer baby food, but you're not used to getting table scraps, but just this once. And he hands you a piece of chicken, Gurk.
To give to Diesel?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
He'll sit
wait,
for
what?
that.
Gurk, you're not used to getting table scraps. You're used to getting garbage.
Good boy, Greg.
Right.
Here's a treat.
Oh
wait, you're not transforming.
animal handling, why not? It's not gonna be super great. I don't think he cares though. It's a doggo. But yeah, I got 9 on animal handling.
Okay.
So I go to eat a chicken, and I'm like, oh right, and then I give him the chicken to him. And I spend the next minute casting regeneration on his back legs.
Nice. He's like doing the thing where he's like trying to itch but he can't, just because it probably feels weird as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a good chance it might be some of the first time he's felt sensation in that leg. But yeah, after a minute or so, he has regenerated his leg. And he's like doing the thing where he's like trying to turn around and look at it, but he can't really.
So she's
like
starting
lifts
immediately
it
throwing a
up
donut.
and yeah, he's like doing donuts around and trying to like pick it up and chew on it and put it in his mouth, and then like he actually grabs it and then he falls on the side of and falls onto his side.
Luckily, we're not in older edition rules, but he healed 33 hit points as well.
Oh, nice.
If we were in older editions, he would have exploded into light and rainbows.
Nah.
In older editions, if you heal too much, you explode.
Jesus.
Okay.
It's too much positive energy in your body. You like start to glow,
Man.
and then just
Dead.
you explode into
That was the
rainbows.
case. She's just all positive energy.
Mhm.
I now want to see a cleric who kills by overhealing.
I mean, that's why it worked on undead in older editions.
Yeah. Because well, that's also because like there was a such thing as negative and positive energy planes, and those aren't a thing anymore. And also, I don't know why the player is not playing anymore.
I hear it still.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm still
Alright.
hearing it.
okay, I guess.
Those at home are
Instead of
hearing
what-
what I'm hearing.
I can hear it still on the stream, so.
I can't hear it on my end, but as long as you guys are still hearing it, I can't hear it. Whoa.
I was turning something up on my computer. Then I realized that I would hear all of these 2 times, and that's not a good idea.
Let me double
I
check.
say I can't hear it, and then I hear my voice say I can't hear it.
He had a moment there, like, what the hell's going on?
You really did.
It's like when a dog hears another dog barking on a video.
Literally my entire
Yeah.
life. The dog has learned the term, it's not a real dog, it's a TV dog. And I use that for fucking everything. It's not real fireworks, it's fireworks on the TV. It's not real thunder, it's TV thunder.
But after Diesel's after I'm done with Diesel, probably the first time you guys have seen Gurk smile. It's a slight smile, but it's a smile. I grab another piece of chicken and give it to him.
He very happily gobbles it up.
Oh.
And then is like, I got a new leg, guys, check this out! And takes off like a fucking shot.
Funny if I could like overdo it and like his back legs are like
You
a
like
bulldog's legs and just
You like hear a thud as he tries to go through the doggy door too fast and probably like half missed. You just hear in the distance Gurk, I'm fine.
Immediately breaks the new leg and has to be put back in the wheelchair.
That's okay, I could fix it tomorrow.
That is so much a thing that a dog would do.
Yeah.
All those dogs that like sprain their tail from wagging it too hard.
Or jump out of a moving car.
That there is a reason that Terry has a literal seatbelt, because if he didn't, he would do that. He has literally tried to jump out of the vehicle and into another person's car before.
I am Terry, and this is Jackass.
Yeah. I also have to stop him. Every single time he sees anything that looks like any kind of van or minivan, he thinks it's ours and tries to get in. He has straight up almost walked into an Amazon van before.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah.
I'm ready to be shipped. Do you know of any medical professionals that study corruption?
Not
was
that
hoping-
many outside. Well, like, I'm sure there are plenty in Del Diablo. Most of the scientists that study corruption outside of your hometown, they typically don't study it for very long, either because they get themselves killed or because, you know, smarter people than them shut them down because that shit ain't something you play with.
Alright. I mean, that's all I can ask for, I guess. Speaking of which, is
Is there
anyone...
something specific you're looking for, or?
Well, the Trog... they've had a curse on their race for centuries? Millennia? I was trying to find a way to cure it. And corruption seems the best way to cause permanent changes, even to hereditary, where offspring will have the same forms of corruption. I know it's very dangerous and a volatile thing, but if I would be able to control it, or learn of a means how to, I think it could benefit them greatly, and the rest of the world as well.
He's like, for what it's worth, I'm no expert in corruption. Like, I encounter a lot of monsters that are corrupted, but other than that, not a ton. I would guess that your best bet might be magic, rather. That sort of seems like, I've seen magic do some pretty insane shit. And I think there is a spell that can break curses, though I doubt it would be one that could break a curse on an entire race.
Anyone else got any questions for this gentleman here?
Yeah, I have one about your corrupted creatures. Have you seen any consistency across the same type of creature having the same type of corruption?
Ooh, that's a good one.
What do you mean? Like a unique thread among them?
Maybe like one specific type of creature, like all of its kind, have a certain type of corruption they're tended to get. Like you always see a certain type of bird with like one extra wing or something.
Not so much in like of creatures that aren't. So like whatever the flutterflesh is, that thing, as far as I've seen, every single one I've seen looks exactly like that one. Like I said, I don't know whether they're creatures of corruption or if they're creatures that were, made into that. But all of them seem to look like that and have the same abilities. But I think a big driving point of corruption, or like a big aspect of it, is the randomness of it. It's kind of like the point. I guess it's not really supposed to mesh with our universe or something, is the way that I had it explained to me once.
That's what people think, but maybe there is a thread that they don't know about yet. I don't have the experience yet. Just wondering if you had.
Well, I mean, the bugs, the B.Ugs, they seem to be a fairly consistent strain of corruption as the creature.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, those things, I think they're just of corruption. So every B.Ug that comes out, I guess they're sort of like dogs in that, pretty much. Like, if all of the same factors are there, you're gonna get a Chihuahua. If all the same factors are there, you're gonna get a B.Ug 0.5 or B.Ug 1.0 or whatever have you.
Interesting.
That's all I had for now.
Well, I think
as you guys are like sitting there and talking, you guys see one of the dogs come in, and it's like she doesn't look old, she just looks really tired, like a old black lab come in, and she is carrying a puppy in her mouth, and she just comes in and like puts it on his lap and then walks away and comes back a second later with another one. And after she puts 3 puppies in his lap, she just walks over and sits at the door going into like through into another room expectantly, and he's like, yeah, they're it's about their dinner time. I kind of put it on hold because I had guests, but I have a thing that I could use some help with if you guys are interested. I'll give you some more beer for it.
What do you need?
I mean, it's the least I can do for your hospitality.
Sure, here, I'll and he like gathers up the puppies in his like shirt and is holding them as he's walking. He's like, I know, honey, I'll get you your food, relax. And she's like trailing behind him lazily. In the room he walks past, you can see it is just an entire room that is filled to the brim with dog dishes. You're guessing that's where they eat. And he walks past that and into the hallway. And in the hallway, you pass what looks like a gigantic jar about like yay big or so, and inside it is a troll head that is like snarling, and the face is moving about some. Beyond that is another one that looks like a mounted dinosaur head, and that's the buzzsaw dinosaur. I don't remember which one that's called.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
The Chansaurus.
Yeah. A little further down is one where at first it looks like just a hand sitting there in like a glass case, and as you approach you see that there are actually several nails literally nailed into it through the hand, nailing it down. The next one that you come to is actually like a huge case that has a coffin in it, and as you approach and see into it, there is a corpse in the coffin in like a glass case, with a stake through the heart, and then above the coffin in another box within the glass case is a severed head with open mouth with vampire teeth.
Does it say Strat von Zarovich or something?
It doesn't have a name.
I believe in the Retroverse, he's not an incel and a DJ.
At least this version. I mean, hey, there could be more than one Strad von Zarovich.
Yeah.
He runs the nightclub Ravenloft.
I do remember this because you went for an adventure in it.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, wait, he's on another planet. Never mind. He's not in Red Eggs.
And he comes to a door and pulls out a key and opens it up, and he's like, right down here in the basement, and leads you down. And like it's just simple, like concrete stairs. Sorry, I'm laughing at the chat. Concrete stairs that go down into, like, you're expecting, oh, it's a farmhouse. It's gonna be a dank like concrete cellar. It's actually like the concrete stairs goes into the smooth plaster walls. And there's also like stuff on the walls down here, but it's more of like photos of different things. And he sort of gestures, and off in the corner you see another one of those like glass cases, but instead of being mounted to the wall, this one is like sitting sort of off to the center, maybe a couple of feet away from the wall, and there's like a hand cart behind it, and within the case is a like humanoid shaped body in what looks like a skirt and a jersey, with the arms like bound to the sides and like the Hannibal Lecter mask on, and he's like, yeah, be careful with that one. That one was a bitch. Just follow the arrows through that hallway there, and it'll show you where to put that one. And just close and lock the door with this key here.
All right.
If I see a puppet on a tricycle, I'm burning this whole place to the ground.
That would be a bad idea. That would be pretty stupid.
I would like to play a game.
Yeah, fuck you.
I just about pissed herself. I mean, so
You're
Scotty,
welcome.
I could just,
Rip my
God.
ears.
Scotty,
Oh my
I could
God.
see you snickering just a little, like, oh, here comes the voice modulator.
Rip my ears. Yep, they're gone.
Onyx will walk over to the glass case and look what is even like inside there.
Hang on. I can show you.
Oh
Ooh.
God.
So just gonna have it said that Demona would probably be polite and keep by the back door so the smoke doesn't get in the rest of the house. Just, yeah.
Excuse me while I find this thing.
Ooh.
Okay, well, while you're doing that,
I guess
Sud-
we're gonna...
suddenly a ghost appears. Woo. I don't know.
I can see ghosts.
Oh my God, you can. That's right.
But can you see why they like Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
No, they don't talk to me about it.
It's
a big
the
secret.
taste you can see.
And what's the fucking point?
I almost have the ability to speak with the dead. I could have had it, but I decided, I want to be able to see in pitch black no matter what.
What is wrong with us? We cannot focus for like 5 fucking minutes.
Oh, I recognize that.
Oh, okay.
Sort of
Ah,
like
okay.
zombified looking person. Does not have a chainsaw. The chainsaw is in like a sort of like sack or container strapped to the side of the thing. And as you sort of like approach it and start looking, the entire case shakes as it just sort of like jumps, leans towards you and snarls angrily behind like the muzzle thing.
I'm assuming Passion's heard a story about this thing. I'm assuming.
Roll history checks.
I was going to. Oh, I should be going. 19.
That's a nat 2.
Tracks.
Sorry, history check?
Yep.
$18.
Nice. Okay. So Gurk, you're pretty sure you've heard of this thing before, or at least of something that sounds like it, of a sort of like undead cheerleader creature that uses a chainsaw. You've just heard stories about it. Let's see, is this thing actually corrupted or not? I don't remember.
This is Thriller.
No, I think it's just undead.
It's not. It's just creepy.
It's just really OP and undead. Yep.
I'm sure you guys remember that very well, Cat, eh?
It's not undead.
What is it?
It's a humanoid.
Sure.
Ah.
Sure.
Hey, look, Hera, it's your humanoid you're looking for.
No, fuck that. It's undead.
I'm assuming
I was about
Passion
to
also
say
knows
that.
this. Is it? She got a 19.
Yeah. Passion, you've heard of this thing before from like some documentary that you've seen before. That actually reminds you a lot of what is used to train a lot of De-Fraggers. Last you heard, at least, it was supposed to be kept captured underneath Suicune Lake. Though Passion, you would probably remember that a couple of months ago. Actually, you might. No, Passion keeps up on like what's going on
Oh,
in
yeah.
the world outside of
Passion's a worldly person sometimes.
Yeah. Give me a second. I have a timeline. I actually know
Ooh.
what happened.
Imagine that.
Yeah, who the fuck knows? Okay. Oh, only a little over half a year ago or so, there was an incident, is what the news reports called it, where some tragedy had happened during a De-Fragger training thing in Suicune Lake. And the creature killed several De-Fraggers before it vanished. The news reports were kind of unclear, also just because the De-Fraggers weren't very talkative about whether or not it escaped, or they killed it, or they recontained it in Suicune Lake, considering they were kind of in...
Clearly it's not contained in Suicune Lake.
I have a question. He wanted us to bring this somewhere, right? Like follow the arrows.
Yeah, follow the arrows further into
Yeah.
the basement.
I guess
Yeah, Onyx is going to pick up the coffin.
the case.
Not the coffin.
The case.
It's the case. The coffin is further up the way. That one's mounted to the wall.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, the Hannibal Lecter box
Yeah.
that the Undying Slasher is in.
Yeah.
She's going to pick up the
Passional
case then,
Mhm.
because she doesn't
starts,
need no
like,
carry handle
thrashing.
thingy.
It starts like thrashing around angrily, and behind the crowd of you, Dave has sort of like gathered up all of the puppies under one arm and just like glares at the thing, and he's like, "No, stop it."
I'm assuming it doesn't listen.
It stops shaking.
Onyx
wow.
with the thing on her shoulder is like, Wouldn't it be easier to just like tear it limb from limb so it can't do anything anymore?
It constantly regenerates. As long as there's any microscopic trace left of the damn thing, it comes back.
So you took care of this after the Suicune Lake incident?
Yep.
Maybe we can ask in Del Diablo. They probably still have some burners left somewhere. And she starts carrying it down.
Passion gives Onyx a very dirty look with that.
I mean, if you incinerate it with the burner, there's probably nothing left of it.
I look over at Demona, and I'm like, I think we have the tools for the job to dispose of this, if you would like.
She's upstairs.
Yeah, I was going to say, Demona's not here.
I rip a hole through the ceiling so she's in view. Look at her. No, I'm kidding. Never mind.
If you eat something that regenerates, will you never have to eat again?
Oh, eating a troll is a very bad idea.
Yeah, it will regrow inside of you. That's fun.
It also gives you a curse, I think.
Oh. Then never mind.
Like you like growing two heads and stuff like that, you know.
Unless, of course, your stomach acid is potent enough that it basically keeps up with the regeneration.
If that were the case, then you'd be...
So like a Taras could probably eat like a troll, and it would just like keep on dying. No, it wouldn't, because it's acid damage, and I think trolls don't like acid damage.
That is correct. The Undying Slasher, however, it just doesn't have that.
It doesn't have a stop thing for the regeneration.
Oof.
Jesus.
That's nasty.
No, it does. It's just hard as fuck.
What is it? I'm curious.
You don't know.
Are you looking in the Halloween special, or are you looking at something else?
I'm looking at the test wave too.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess Passion will help Onyx carry it too, because Passion's reasonably strong.
I follow, I guess.
Okay.
Very curious about all these different oddities of creatures.
I imagine Onyx basically carrying all the weight and Passion just looking like she's helping, but not actually carrying any of the weight. Onyx has 20 strength and advantage on all checks to carry and lift objects because I took Barbarian again.
Barbarian?
Sorry, don't mind me. I just erased everything.
She's strong as fuck, boy.
She is a strong fuckboy.
She could lift the house.
Probably not.
So you guys continue down these like sort of concrete hallways, and you come to you travel for maybe about like 60 or so feet before you come to another door.
Oh wow.
That has like it's just like an iron door that has like a very heavy lock mechanism to it, and a big round window, sort of like a porthole. That's the word. Looking in to the room.
All right.
And the arrows continue on past it.
I'm gonna look in the window.
You look in the window and you see what looks like a young humanoid girl wearing like a sundress, like bright yellow, sort of just staring at the wall. Back to you. Long blonde hair.
Before you say anything to her, I probably put a hand on her shoulder and just shake my head.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Oh boy, can he be glad that Onyx didn't see that.
It's a good thing Onyx isn't tall enough to see into a porthole.
Ooh, neither is Passion anymore.
Neither is Passion. Passion don't give a fuck.
And Onyx is currently preoccupied carrying something that is twice his size.
Wait, this is a coffin you're carrying, right?
No, it's a glass case.
Oh, I was gonna do the meme. Oh well.
It's in a glass case of emotion.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I guess one of Gurk or Cyberus open the door.
Sure.
The arrows go past it. It's not.
Oh, go past it. Oh, yeah. I thought you said we had to go past it.
No.
Okay.
No.
Let's keep going.
So the girl in the yellow dress is just like facing away from us in there. The door is obviously like vaulted shut. I'm just like, unlocking like 50,000 things. Here we go. All right. Anyway, so we go.
What was his name?
David.
David, is he following us too, or?
Mm-mm.
No, he went to go feed his dogs.
He went back upstairs
Ah.
with the puppies.
Okay.
What did he actually tell us to do?
To follow the arrows.
To follow the arrows and put the thing in his room. He showed you which key to use on the door.
There's a bunch of weird stuff going on. I don't understand.
Wait, this is a long hallway, right?
It's a long hallway, and you can see further up the way that it looks like it branches off in 2 different directions.
Scotty's waiting for the come play with us.
Hello?
Um,
Hello?
it does echo. That is fucking weird.
That is weirded the shit out by all this new
I'll stop.
technology.
I'll stop. I'm done. It's fine.
Upstairs, Demona sees sees David walking around. He has there was 4 puppies. There's one in his shirt pocket and one in the other shirt pocket, and then the 2 are in his side pockets as he's trying to get all of the dogs fed.
Do I hear the echo?
Probably not.
Well, it was in the direction we were heading towards, not back.
Do you understand how echoes work? They go both ways.
But it's a cone of
But
sound going
you're
one.
upstairs
Yeah.
and in a
And
different
it was
room.
really loud. Sorry. That was supposed to be funnier than stupid.
Well, it would
It's
echo
the risk
back.
of-
Eventually, but it would be a diminished sound
Yeah.
because
True.
the
But-
wave would travel forwards before it traveled backwards.
Anyway, enough of us
Enough of
nerding.
this nerd shit. Let's
Yeah.
get back to our nerd shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys continue on, and when you come to that like T section, there's one. It goes left and right, and the one to the left is where the arrow is going.
Do I feel any
Let's-
powerful corruption in any direction? Aside from our group.
Does that have a limiter on like what kind of walls it can go through?
Musical poets. No.
I don't
No.
see anything.
I'd assume it.
It's just 60 feet, though.
Perfect.
And it's a creature within 60 feet.
Perfect.
I will say, because it doesn't say so, that you're right at that edge when you approach that T section. That the person that the girl that had her back to you guys pings as
Hello.
pretty heavily corrupted.
Hello.
Not like as blindingly corrupted as like the Flutterflesh was, but
Hello.
definitely
Aware of
several layers. Yeah,
Hello.
maybe
I
about.
would, yeah.
What's the like
Hello.
minimum you can?
Hello.
I think at this point it's anything 2 or above.
Hello.
Yeah, she definitely has at least 2.
No, 12th level, you get it from
Oh,
one layer.
12, 1 or above. Any corruption with all, I guess.
Yeah. Does it tell you exactly how many layers it is?
No.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, definitely corrupted.
Mhm.
Um,
I would
So
have
more-
called corruption.
More than 1, probably. Less than 7, because 7 would be.
Fragged out.
7 wouldn't be here anymore.
Punk.
Unless.
Punk.
Unless they're a high-level De-Fragger.
Looks at Walking Nirvana. Looks at Susan. Looks at all the lords and ladies.
Looks at Cyberus, I think, eventually.
I forget
no, I
more.
think players are limited to less than 7, I believe.
I can have 8 at this. And I think it'll go up to 9 at higher levels.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so you've got the 2 hallways going either direction. The one goes to a another door, but this one is like frosted glass that's sort of like you can't really see through it, but you can see that it's glass. And then where the arrow goes looks like it goes up to a case that's sort of like flush with the wall, almost like a reptile cage or something like that, and then continues on past there. And the reptile cage thing is where the arrow is pointing.
Sorry. Just Kev in your background was closing the door.
I didn't even see him. Kevin, you made Hera crack up.
Just walked by and then. Okay.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
Yeah, Onyx is just following the arrows.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Man, this is the most Onyx has ever followed the rules for.
As
Gurk?
you
Whoa. Wait a minute.
as you get closer, you see that it's not like a reptile cage or anything. It doesn't have like any kind of creatures moving in it, and doesn't have like the grass and whatever that you expect for a living creature. It's literally just like a black case with a little indent space for it and a red pencil sitting on it. And then the arrow hit at where that is, it turns again, and the arrow continues on further.
That's very strange.
This whole place is very strange.
Onyx puts down the case.
Onyx, don't do something stupid.
This is really strange.
It's just a small case with a red pencil on it.
Mhm.
Anything to write on there? Anything like paper? Or anything?
It's like behind a glass. There's no paper or
Oh.
anything in there other than the
Hmm.
Though he did hand you the keys, so potentially if you spend enough time, you could potentially find a key for it.
Onyx is just stretching. And then picks up the case again and continues following
Okay,
the
good.
arrows.
I was like, if you guys can do anything, I have hold person that can target 3 people. So you mother, and I got charm person. So
As everyone else moves forward, and Gurk lags behind for just a little bit, a little well-groomed raccoon falls off his head. That was like his coonskin hat this whole time. And I say, "You want to go exploring?"
oh god,
And a little guy is just like sniffing around, and he goes off onto the last fork in the road that we didn't go to. He goes that way.
Okay.
And he's going to try to be relatively sneaky. And by sneaky, I mean doing the classic raccoon thing where he just hides in the corner and just like scoots.
It's so true. Just like assume that they're unseen because of it. Fuck it. Roll a
Yeah. Let me get his stats. It is a weasel, so he's probably dead.
well, I mean, I think they might have stealth. I don't know.
They do. Nat 20, 25,
Nice.
25 stealth. Why?
I mean, because the dice like you.
The little bandit is off again.
Yeah, he takes off going. Are you looking through his eyes, or are you just like gonna
Yeah,
ask him to
Yeah, I'm just gonna
get
let
in
him.
contact with you, or
I let him do whatever he wants.
okay? He scampers off curiously.
If he sees something shiny, he might grab it if he can hold on to it. Oh wait, what's his intelligence? Oh no, it's familiars. Are they smarter than normal?
no, I don't think familiars have any difference between the normal ones.
Okay, he has
They
12
can-
wisdom and 2
they can
intelligence.
understand you.
If that matters.
They can understand you, but
Yeah, but they're still just like animal intelligence.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So you can continue past there. And come to another T section. In this one, the arrow goes to the right, but there's another hallway that goes further down to the left, and that one goes quite a distance before it just like disappears into darkness. It seems like one of the lights out down that way is out.
This seems very extensive for a single person to manage or create or own.
I mean, he's been around for a while. I mean, since the Machine Wars, at least.
He's got the dogs.
He's got the money.
He clearly has money.
I don't trust this guy.
Onyx,
I'm taking bets now, by the way.
on.
So here's the thing. We're just gonna walk this thing there, and then like he's gonna turn on a speaker and like put something on us, and we're actually the ones that are supposed to go into the trap or whatever. And she does just walks on. So let's spring a trap, I guess.
Onyx not trusting someone, shocking. Tiny just kind of shrugs. Like,
And she follows the the arrows.
If he's as strong as, well, he clearly is, or as powerful as he clearly is, I don't think he needs something this simple to trap us. Ow. And yeah, Passion will keep following.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep going. Yeah.
Cat's now rolling attack rolls against my raccoon on the screen.
When you go to the path down the right, there is another one of those doors, but this one has like a long sort of rectangular window, so that you can see the whole view of it. And it doesn't look like a very large room. It looks just like kind of the size of a coat closet or so, and it is absolutely filled with this like bubblegum pink mist. And then the arrow goes beyond there again.
Do we gotta go through the mist?
Nope.
Okay.
Are there signs on any of these doors, like labels or anything?
Oh yeah, I can read now. One of the bonuses of having eyes.
It is a benefit.
I ask about signs and all.
So you're like wondering, are there like signs or whatever, and like sort of looking around, and as you start to look for it, there is a small like mechanical whir, and a little arm comes down with a little TV screen on it.
Oh, what's on the screen?
Thorn whip. No, I'm kidding.
It sort of flickers to life, and give me 2 secs. You just see on the screen, PCC 991, pink mist ? And then you sort of it goes to black, and you sort of hear like is this thing on? And see like blurry red in front of it, and then when the camera sort of pulls back, you see Dave in front of it, and he's like, "Okay, I think it's working. Cool. All right, cool. I'm not sure what this thing is. I've just been calling it pink mist. Apparently, it turns your nose and your ears pink permanently. That's all I know right now. As far as I can tell, it's pretty harmless, but I don't want pink ears, so I'm gonna put it in the box."
Is this somebody?
I'm done. End the video.
Is the mist corrupted? Can I sense any? I mean, is it a corrupted creature?
It does not seem to be, no.
It acts like one.
It's just I don't know how it's acting like one. It's just a miss.
But it's like doing something weird.
It's like swirling around. It for like a second when you approach, you're like, "Oh shit, is it gonna try and come through the door?" But it just sort of like furls up into the door and then rolls down, sort of like there's a like circulation system in here, almost like the way that smoke billows.
I don't suppose I can see any spirits in there.
Nope, you don't see any spirits.
So what you're saying is the fog effectively tried to hit the door, but it missed.
I mean, if it was cat rolling that, probably that track.
Inspiration point.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Onyx shudders a little and then like says, "If I had normal people skin, I would probably have, what do you call them? Goosebumps. Let's just carry on."
I just picture I'm getting gravel skin.
Gravel skin.
Pebble poking out of her arm.
Oh yeah, let's
That
go with
is
that.
amazing.
You know
Yes.
these like white spots on her black
Yep.
Onyx black. skin, let's call it, they like intensify, and there's more of them now.
Nice. Love it.
It's. I don't like this place. Let's
Gurk-
move on.
Gurk pauses the window. It's just like, interesting. And then
The
keeps
funny
going.
thing is, if Lyra encountered that, it would make no difference.
Sorry, give me a second. I am sending messages and typing what I'm saying because I am an adult that doesn't know how to do more than one thing at a time.
I mean, I do that quite often when I type and talk, and it's just like, well, I typed what I talked. Oops.
I don't remember why, but I remember when Kevin and I were both in school and we were writing research papers. For some reason, we were talking about our trip to the zoo, and I'm writing a research paper about like American history or something. And as I'm writing, the word giraffe just appeared in my paper multiple times for no explainable reason.
I mean, giraffes are a very cultural part of the American history.
Don't you remember when they were in the Civil War?
The famous war giraffe regiment.
Most of the
Like
Amer-
war elephants, just
Okay.
awkward.
most of them
Admittedly,
died off
the
in
war
trench warfare
elephants-
during the Great War, though.
The war elephants fucking changed the name of the game. Like, that
I
was
know.
a big deal. But yeah.
Yeah,
They
'cause
tried
the
to
war-
make war giraffes a thing, but never really caught on.
Yeah, the war giraffe.
No, actually, that was the
yeah,
problem.
it's
They kept
nothing-
catching on everything because they're so tall.
nothing much like elephants did.
Sorry. Let's.
Onward through this creepy as shit place.
Does anyone else notice tracks at our feet? Weird. I'm joking, of course.
You guys continue past the mist, and there's another T section. The one to the left is another one of those, another door. But this one actually looks like it's more of like a portcullis. It's like a gated cell door rather than glass or a solid steel. And then to the other side is a similar door to the steel door with the large porthole. And the arrow goes towards the porthole.
All right.
To the porthole.
To the window.
I doubt I'm within 100 feet anymore of my familiar, but I do try that for just a moment, just to see what's going on with him. But if he's more than 100 feet away, I can't do it.
It feels like he's more than 100 feet away.
His name's Jesse. I'm gonna go with Jesse.
Nice.
Jesse the raccoon.
Mm-hmm.
I work with a Jesse, and it is so hard when I say his name to not just say our Jesse's name. And then I'm like, nope, that's not right. And then I remember that my father-in-law's name is Jesse. So I end up almost saying his name.
It's almost like it's all the same name.
Yeah. Well, like
Oh,
his
you mean their
name.
last names? Oh God,
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry.
I'm thinking Jesse, like Jesse James the Bandit.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I apologize for my profuse idiocy there, everybody. I am so.
It's
that
fine.
wasn't even a joke. I literally thought, wait. they're
It would
all
have
the
been
first-
funnier if I said their last name, but I don't want to spread everybody's last names
Yeah.
around the internet
Right.
for all
So-
like 5 people watching.
Yeah. Again, my sincerest apologies for that.
As you pass the door with the porthole, you hear a soft humming.
Well, I'm gonna look at that.
You look in, and inside is just a blank white room. And in the room is a floating creature that is maybe about like a foot tall and sort of made out of this bent metal shape, almost like a paperclip.
That's weird.
And when you sort of approach the window, the humming stops and it sort of like turns slowly. And you can see it has these like sort of googly, weird looking eyes on it.
Fucking
Hi!
Flippy.
Can I help you?
We can hear it through the door.
It sort
What
of
are
floats
you?
up to the door.
It looks like you're trying to secure this item. Would you like some assistance?
I think I found Kat's favorite deity that she likes to make avatars
Oh, we already
of.
know that this is Kat's favorite deity.
I don't know what he's talking about. My name is Chucky. I am here to help. Well,
His name's Chuck Dash E.
Yes, Chuck Dash E.
Like to imagine there's like one, but it has a 5 o'clock shadow, and its name is Dad Dash E.
How can I help you? Can I help you?
No, thank you.
Oh,
Do you know where we're
I've been
going?
doing it so long.
Onyx,
Presumably further into the PCC facility.
What is the PCC facility?
Prey, capture, and contain.
Really?
Onyx puts down the coffin,
The disappointment in your voice
at-
there, Saege.
looks at Passion, looks at Cyberus, looks at Gurk, then looks at the clippy thing again, and then it's just
It's like getting
Is
really
the-
close to the window now and is trying to see like outside.
There's
Is
a
it-
there's a
is
super
it a
really
giant paperclip talking to me? And then she punches herself.
I'm now imagining like a ridiculously like bubbly, overly optimistic one with like a Southern Belle accent, and its name is Yippee.
Oh my god! I have to write that down.
Or it's a dog, so its name's Yippee.
Cat just like, God, these are so good.
So
Meanwhile, us.
what
Oh,
is what does this facility contain? What are its containments? Contents. Words.
All manner of things. Typically, things that are deemed too dangerous to wander around, and different things of the sort. Many, indeed, are too dangerous to wander around.
What makes you so dangerous?
Oh, I'm not. I'm just here because I let the previous tenant out because I wanted to help.
What was the previous tenant?
You hear Demona laugh from upstairs.
What are you laughing at? Your face! Sorry, Dragon Ball Z abridged quote. Anyway.
And I loved it. It was awesome.
It was a sort of a very friendly man with big bushy mustache, dressed like a sailor. Very friendly.
David didn't have a big mustache, right?
No.
Okay.
He had like a very.
Oh, that would have been a great mind
Very
blow.
good.
Ultimate plot twist.
His was neatly trimmed.
I'm in danger.
Demona's set the room on fire, and Demona's just sitting in the room. I'm in danger. No, I'm not. Wait, there's fire.
I'm fine. I'm better than I ever was. All right.
This is fun.
Passion
It's
looks
fun.
on. Let's keep going. Let's drop this off.
Do you know what that is?
Yet.
As I point to the thing Onyx is holding.
Oh yes, the Undying Slayer. It is a Class E threat as determined by De-Fraggers, and used as training purposes until it unfortunately escaped when a terrible accident happened 7 months ago and 5 days after a fray was created, unauthorized. 2 people died, several more were injured.
Do you just know
No
about
one in that
everything?
class. No, it takes me a second to look it up, but it, sometimes takes a little longer than a second.
Why are you
What
Do you
looking it
know
up?
how we should all?
Everyone talks at once. You know the secrets of the universe, tell me.
Nah, Onyx is just. Go ahead.
No, I was just. Is that an invalid question to ask if he knows the secrets of the universe and what they are?
I mean, you can ask.
I'll ask him. How do you control and master corruption? How would I do it?
Well, the only beings on Radix that have the beings on Radix that have the greatest control over corruption are the 9 lords and ladies of Del Diablo, and they received it after going through the Eye.
Do you know why? Or how I could receive that power?
Why they received it?
Yeah. Why were they selected among the many thousands who go?
The paperclip, like the second rung of the paperclip, just sort of like moves up, sort of like a shrug.
I have a
It's not
question.
been recorded what's on the other side of the eye, so I have no results for that, unfortunately. I am so sorry. Is there anything else that I can help you with?
Wait. So this is a player question. Don't we only know about the 7 Lord and Ladies?
No, I think there are 9.
Yeah, one for each
Okay,
color.
so they're talking about the same we know about. It's not like a mismatch in information there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever it is the correct number that you know
It is the
about.
correct number of lords and ladies, because I was like, wait a second, two unknown lords.
So you're telling me
Or
that
ladies?
the 20 lords and ladies of Del Diablo are able to do that? That's
Onyx?
weird that the 90 lords and ladies of Del Diablo are able to do that.
1,000 lords and ladies of Del Diablo.
Yes, there are 9.
Onyx like narrows her eyes and then asks them, "What is my name?"
Ooh. Is there going to be a wisdom save for Onyx as it tries to scry him?
Question for Onyx. Where is your name recorded, like on paper anywhere?
Ooh.
I believe yes, because you did record your name in, I think, one, you signed your name on a bunch of stuff,
Graffiti.
graffiti, and
But
two-
is that
But
is
it's
that
not on
her
paper.
real name?
true.
Maybe it's on your girlfriend's phone.
No,
It probably is.
Onyx, probably just Onyx would be there.
Yeah, because that's basically what
Onyx?
Onyx tries to find out here is if this thing knows her name or Onyx, which is the name she goes by.
If your actual name is written down somewhere,
I don't think her clan
Okay.
keeps written records of
Okay.
names because
and
they're
he
like
says Onyx.
wouldn't they have it written in stone?
Har har.
no, because they're now forest rye, all of them except for Onyx. They all
No,
went
she
to
got
different-
it. You could
Oh, okay.
see unamused. You could see the unamused look on Hera's face there.
It's just one
I
of those
did get
things
it.
where like it was a 2-layer pun.
Yeah.
For those that don't remember, go check out
Oh, like
Raging
onions.
Stone, Aya's game. That's super awesome.
and ogres.
And ogres. Yes.
And a parfait.
Do you know how we can get you out of there?
Let's not
Oh,
mess.
by unlocking the door. The key, I believe, is on that ring. Although I do not know which one it is because he did not record it anywhere.
As he looks at Gurk and says, "Do you want to end up in there next? Because that's how the clip that they ended up in there."
Well,
It
of course.
is indeed how I ended up in here. I would
Well-
not recommend it. I have been here for many, many years.
Well, of course not. It's just, it'd be nice to know if we do get locked into one of these, we know the way out.
What's David's deal?
What deal?
What is
Like-
David's occupation?
That's a good question.
He is a hunter.
And a building manager of some kind, it looks like.
Of some such. He is a hunter of PCCs, the entities herein collected. As well as, I believe, formerly worked as a mercenary. And a bounty hunter, yes.
Who's his
all
Who is David's boss?
David does not have a boss. David
Hmm.
is, in fact, the highest member of his guild.
Onyx asks, are all entities collected down here rightfully here?
Well, many do not believe they are.
But David
I
does.
suppose it is a type of up to interpretation. Many creatures here don't really have morals and consciousness like the rest of us. Many are just objects and don't really care either way.
So the only reason you're down here is because you let someone out?
I let a
Because you
very
seem
bad
like a
person
very
out.
naive kind of creature.
I
Oh,
let a
we are
very
very
bad
naive
person
and you're
out.
actually trying to trick us.
You would not know. If I was trying to trick you, would I tell you?
Religion check. Even though that'd probably be insight. If I was being more direct about it.
Probably more insight than religion.
But I'm proficient
Yeah.
with religion, so 19.
Oh god, Onyx
You do
is so
know
fucking
that-
gullible.
This is
No.
probably, if it isn't actually like a herald or a servant of the god Clippy's, it's doing a fantastic impression of one.
These are more neutral, I'd assume. These heralds of Clippy.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I think we should take it with us. Might be pretty useful for our future adventures.
How would we get it out without David like going nuts?
Jingles
Yeah,
the
I
keys.
I prefer him
I
not.
mean, yeah, out the front door.
Well, it's obviously not supposed
Onyx
to be
cracks
contained
her
in here.
knuckles.
Let's not piss off the guy who has hunted everything we've seen so far, including this, and she'll motion to the slasher.
I'll ask him on before we leave.
Onyx turns to what was it, Chucky, I believe,
Mm-hmm. Chuck E.
which doesn't ring any alarm bells.
No.
No.
Floating next to it is a little kitchen knife.
Onyx is like, doesn't strike any of this wrong to you? This is clearly a sentient being has locked up down here. And
Oh, she froze. Hold on. Yes, I got a screen cap of it.
Rude.
Oh, rip Hera.
Oh, that
Demona
sucks.
suddenly gets a very bad feeling that the group is about to be doing something
Excuse
very
you.
stupid.
Passion is very much against pissing off this guy.
Yes, but have you been able to stop Onyx in the past?
I know Onyx has a shit wisdom score, and I have a ton of stuff who targets wisdom score.
Maybe he'd let us take
I
this
know
thing.
her weakness. Wisdom
Every-
saves.
I know her weakness. It's literally either being charmed, being held, or being hypnotic.
Oh,
Ladder.
I kicked her.
Also,
Oh boy.
there she goes.
So, I'll continue with the question then. I won't fix the windows just because she might be coming back pretty soon.
Yeah.
What is the most dangerous thing in here? Or what is considered the highest level risk that is recorded? It's just something called Gary. And I'm like, oh no, we gotta watch out.
He's
That
a
would be
react.
hilarious.
Haha, Gary.
Yeah.
He's just a self-replicating person.
Yep.
He says, from the little I was able to collect from the video cameras and recorders in this facility before I was placed in the cell where I have no access to his files, I believe it was PCC 171, although I did not really get a chance to investigate anything on it.
Well, that's been very helpful. Thank you.
Should we continue on?
Should we continue on X?
Thing?
Yeah, we should continue, don't you know? And we just...
Bye.
Bye.
Hopefully, we see you when we walk past later.
Hopefully. Don't die.
I'll do my best.
My main goal every day.
Passion.
What kind of threat is that coming from a paperclip?
It's not a threat.
Won't be the
You
first
really
time.
hold it together.
Oh.
Yes. I'm so happy that I got that response from you guys.
Won't be the first time.
Exactly.
It died once, high five.
Died twice. High five.
Yeah.
Let's continue down this arrow path.
Yes. Let's continue.
Somebody use Onyx like a winch so that we can wheelbarrow this thing.
More or less, I figure just Onyx cardboard cutout just walks her with the thing on her back. Like Onyx it's just Onyx cutout, and Onyx cutout is just like this with the with the case on her back.
You continue. The arrow leads you down another hallway. That has another one of those doors that has like the big rectangle window in it. And it's another small room. It's maybe only about like small, like 8 by 8 or so. And inside the room, it is completely white walls and nothing else except a like Persian, like Eastern looking rug on the floor with a like a face in the center, but like stitched in, not like a human face.
Oh, yeah,
like a decoration.
Weirder.
Oh no, the hidden lord from the Avernus campaign went from a shield into a rug.
We probably should mess with it.
Yeah, you get a feeling most of the stuff we shouldn't mess with.
You continue down the hallway, and it looks like it ends. It continues on to like a dead end, and it's another one of those hallways that seems eerily familiar to the one that you saw earlier, where it just is swallowed up by blackness. It looks like there is one of the lights out down there, but considering you guys really don't have any other lights other than the overheads, it is pitch black in that corner.
But the other way?
Going the other way.
Hey, there's Hera.
Hi.
Hey!
I'm sorry. I have no idea what the fuck happened.
Also, Kat, how far away is that darkness? Because Passion would see through it. Because I have dark vision.
You see at the very end is a like a wooden or metal table, and sitting on top of it is like a small stuffed toy thing. The arrow goes that way.
We kept on moving.
Okay.
I
love it when my internet shits out while I'm questioning the morals of our group.
Sorry.
Nice. Thanks, internet.
You also passed a white room that had nothing in it except a like a Persian-looking carpet with a face in the center, like stitched on, like a decoration, not like human face. I have to clarify because that's fucking weird.
Hey, Hera, you can ask on the way back out.
If you survive.
And the moment kind of passed, didn't it?
Well, if we all die, we have to re-roll characters that are in this place and then escape.
Not all of us.
Only most of us. All but 2.
That's true.
Man, it's gonna be really awkward if one of us shows up as the undead slasher. Yeah, I guess we'll keep on moving on.
Yeah, so the arrow goes into that like pitch blackness with the table with the like stuffed toy on it, and then to the other side is
Onyx here, and Passion will tag Onyx's head. I assume Onyx is not going to dodge the light spell. Hera?
To the other direction is another one of those like doors that has like bars, like a cell.
All right. Yeah. Passion just kind of lights Onyx up.
Okay. You guys continue down the hall, and with the light, you now all see just sitting on a metal table there at the end of the hall is a little stuffed toy that, as you approach, you realize it is a stuffed monkey with a tambourine in one hand.
Is it encased in something or behind something, or is it just sitting out?
It's just sitting there.
Yeah, that's not ominous at all.
As you approach, you all start to hear like this humming, and then you realize you all sort of catch yourself. You think one of you might be humming. No, it's just the arrows going down. The signs that you've seen, the only ones that you've seen is when you like look around, the like video TV screen thing will come down.
Okay.
Have we noticed that the numbers on those things have been sequential in any way?
You haven't really looked at that many of them. It seems like the TV screens only sort of come out when prompted. So you've really only seen the one video.
Well, I'm backing away from this thing.
Does the arrows go past it?
The arrows go past it, yeah.
I'm gonna keep my distance.
We think one of us is humming, but none is actually humming.
I will say Hey, how convenient. Oh shit, there are not 6 of you. It seems to be it was Gurk for a second.
For some odd reason that creeps every single one of you out, you think you hear Demona humming.
That would be even creepier.
Onyx looks at the
it doesn't
monkey.
work that way, unfortunately.
I
feel like this strange urge that you really you want to sing with it, but like it's not making any sound, but you're still kind of like several feet away from it or so.
Onyx looks around, trying to if there's like anything about this thing here.
When you start to like look around, you see that the little TV screen thing popped down, and see that this one is labeled PCC 167, and it is titled Dancing Monkey, and the video opens again on David, and he's sort of like sitting on a stool this time, but it's sort of like tilted a little bit, and he's like, it's tilted, but it's Diesel. Go on, target it, boop it, do the thing. Okay, good boy. And it sort of like straightens out some. He's like, so it's a singing monkey. Apparently, when you get close enough to it, it starts to sing, and it really, really wants you to sing along with it, and it will not let you leave until you sing along with it. If you don't sing with it, it usually hurts a bit. If you do sing with it, though, it's nice and it gives you a gift. And if you sing really well, which I didn't do, I had a friend with me that was a much better singer than I. Apparently, it gives you something really, really nice.
You guys want to try something?
Well, we have to sing with. We have to sing to it to get past without getting hurt, right? Yes,
Onyx walks up to it, just like she puts down the coffin.
Also, oh my god!
Immediately bursts into song.
The thing that was humming was the thing in the
yes,
tank.
That's immediately what my thought was like. God, it'd be hilarious if it was that thing. Right?
It was that, yes.
Onyx like puts down the coffin and immediately is like, "Will you let me pass?"
So I rolled passion to join singing. That's a 30 on a performance check.
What the fuck?
I have plus 10 and that 20'd it.
I'll start playing music from my phone so they can sing along.
So I didn't roll quite as well, but I rolled an 18, so that's that.
Yeah, I have a ridiculous charisma check.
The little like tambourine raises up, and the other hand raises up. It's a little plastic hand, and it's just like smacking it to the beat of what you're singing. Everybody that is not currently singing, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw, please.
God, I love this one. This one's a great one, Kat. Because I get to finally break out a roll I never get to break out.
That's true.
Ash has never used a performance roll before.
I never expected of all the proficiencies Onyx has that proficiency would come into play.
You mean performance would
27.
never come into play?
Nice.
Performance. Yeah.
I got
Jesus.
22.
A what?
22.
Nice.
Wow, we are a
Wisdom
very
crew.
And yeah, you guys are wisdom save throw masters.
Team Wisdom.
When it's not me rolling for Luke.
Oh, Hera, you missed one joke we made. I remembered of I don't remember who, but someone said, "How do you think you could stop Onyx?" I'm like, she has shit wisdom saves. I can stop her.
Yeah.
past I have a heavy burden to carry.
You have so the two of you who are not singing, you feel this urge to sing with them, but you can kind of tamp it down.
Who's the other two?
Cyberus and
Cyberus.
Trog.
Oh, right. I thought Cyberus was singing along.
He had music on
I
his
pulled
phone.
my-
It's not
yeah, my
quite
phone.
the same.
That doesn't count apparently.
You're not
Shit,
singing.
okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Also,
Heard just noise. My
I'd be
actions.
surprised, and I'd be surprised if you could get a signal down here.
I mean, it could just be downloaded to his phone.
Fair enough.
MP7.
MP7.
It continues singing for a awkward long time. Like it's starting to get to the point where Cyberus and Gurk are just
Slowly backing away down the hallway.
Backing the other way, though.
Make another wisdom saving throw, please.
Is everyone
Next,
else?
just-
Is everyone
Come
else
on,
still
back us
singing?
Passion's just like he told us we should sing to it, so let's sing to
Yeah.
it.
I imagine Onyx and Passion doing their best musical episode duet thing.
I mean, with a 30 from Passion, yeah, probably.
And she has
I
a
got-
much better voice, I guess. Onyx is has that has a good voice, but it's like that drunken sailor that sings a sea shanty.
Sea shanty.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's like no one here would Alt in our Written in Stone game sang part of a sea shanty, and it was amazing. Alt was drunk during it, so it was even better.
So, for those backing away, wisdom saves, please.
I got a 26.
God damn it.
12.
Okay. So, one of you takes half damage. Gurk, you take 41 points of psychic damage.
No, I don't. Void Ray.
Oh, you take half that?
Yeah.
Nice. And then Cyberus, you take 20, but because of your corruption, you take 10.
Yeah.
Fucking the only two people in the room that
Let's
are
be honest here. Onyx would have failed the
Psychic.
first save
she would have, but she didn't have to roll because she's singing. So,
because we were smart and listened to what the instructions told us to do.
so
Always follow the rules.
So, how much was that supposed to be before it's halved?
it was 41, so halved it's 20.
Okay.
But it was already halved for Cyberus because he passed, and then it was halved again because he's resistant, so 10. The rest of you, or the other two of you, continue singing for another
Awkward amount of time.
minute or two, very awkwardly.
Fucking hell, back is finally up, guys.
And then there is a flash of darkness. Like for a second, it looks like the light spell has been ended, but then it pops back on, and it's like Passion. You should be able to see this, and that wasn't a spell or anything. The entire room just went dark for a second, and you still couldn't see it.
It wasn't even magical darkness. Jesus.
It was not. But then when it comes back on, the light above turns back on, so all of you can see clearly even without the spell. And sitting on the desk in front of the monkey are 3 little candies.
Hey.
One is wrapped in a little black and white speckled paper. The other one is in pink and purple, and then the last one is in a gray and red. They're like little my brain is just thinking, I literally just almost said bread, is thinking like those Lynch truffles.
All right.
That's what my brain is tonight. It is just bread.
Just a lint truffle.
Onyx
Bread
picks
and
up the
Lynch
candy
truffles.
and looks at us like, rock candy?
Passion will pick up the other 2. Kind of look at him.
Obviously the black and white.
You just hear a quiet thud as the head of the undying slasher is just staring down at your hand where you have the candy.
I don't know how to give this to her.
There are like air holes in there, but muzzle.
Yeah. Also, we don't know what these do. We do not want to risk. All right. I guess let's go, Onyx. Thank you, monkey.
The rest of you, you no longer feel the desire to hum.
Yeah, Onyx shrugs and is like, huh? Piece of candy, and she unwraps it and pops it in her mouth.
Okay. It tastes delicious.
All right, let's go then.
It tastes like Onyx's favorite candy, whatever that might be.
Yeah.
Onyx is like, it's pretty good. You know, if we take anything from this place, I wouldn't mind the monkey. Unless you don't have any, like, people around you that are like, I don't want to sing with a monkey.
Like those two.
It's a slightly complicated but pretty fun, like, candy machine, I guess.
Yeah, I've seen worse candy machines.
Oh,
Alright.
Yeah.
okay.
A lot of work for one piece of candy.
So
A lot
You
of pain
guys-
for one if you don't get it.
I mean, you don't
That's
get
true.
candy if you don't sing, so a lot of pain for nothing.
I will
you
never.
you guys continue down where the arrow is pointing, and then the next door that you come to is like a heavy, like, reinforced steel door, and you can see there are like metal bars welded over it, crisscrossing.
All right.
And there's like no window or anything, just like it is severely boarded up.
I'm gonna wait for the TV to come down. I want to see what's in there.
The TV descends and clicks on, and you see the predator, or
The predator.
my brain just farted because I saw words elsewhere, because I'm doing the giraffe thing all over again. You see David sit down, and he's got a like a little like fluffy Maltese dog. He's like, so this one, or actually the number comes up and it's 375. And he says, so this one's a weird one. Apparently, from what I can gather, because I've had a couple of like wizard folks look at it, it shows you how you would die if you stay on the current track that you are doing right now. I mean, that's what they said, at least. I stopped having wizards look at it, though, because a bunch of them wouldn't fucking leave. Apparently, it kind of makes you just sit there for forever and think about what you can change, and then it shows you something different. And it's
My
so
brain
bad.
went to, it's the joke of it forces them to sit there, and they see how they die is going to be sitting there starving to death.
He's like, yeah, it was not great. Yeah, so I boarded it up and I closed it up because I personally wasn't a fan of looking into the damn mirror myself anyway. And yeah, I mean, I don't really know that there's any benefit of knowing how timeline is going to end, because, I mean, anything, I sneeze and tomorrow everything is going to be different. I'm on a tangent, whatever. Let's just cut it here. Creepy weird mirror shows you how you're going to die. Good. All right, cut. And he like remembers, shit, and pulls out a little remote from his like flannel pocket and clicks the button, and the video ends.
All right, let's not go in there.
Yeah.
The arrow continues on.
Surprised he didn't just
Oh.
destroy the mirror.
Might be bad luck.
Onyx is just like, I'm surprised a lot of the things that are down here aren't destroyed, like that mirror, for example.
Could be just he can't, maybe. There's
And
some
others,
items
however,
that-
are locked up.
it
I'm
could
pretty
just be that-
sure. I'm pretty sure I could destroy it.
You
But
know
like-
what? Let's
but-
not
but
let's
like
not
that-
test this.
But
Let's
yeah,
just move on. It is, at least with the mirror, I'm pretty sure it's just like some magical bullshittery, and it's locked up here, and I'm fine with that.
I mean,
I'm not
just
so sure about some of the creatures that are locked up here.
just
but-
like the monkey.
Fine, let's move on.
you guys continue on, and the arrow passes another one of those doors, but this one is entirely glass. And as you like come close to it, you see that there is like something standing right up against the glass, and it looks to be like a stone statue. At first, it looks like it's one of those like ancient statues of just like a really ripped humanoid man in like these just fantastic pecs, and like half like instead of pants, he's just wearing like robes or like a skirt sort of thing.
So what you're saying is
and-
he's chiseled?
Yes. And then as you approach, you sort of see a little bit more of it, and you realize he's got these two folded wings against his back that are sort of like, instead of feathers, they almost look like little licks of fire, but completely stone.
I'm going to take a picture just for Demona later.
Takes a selfie beside
Neat.
it. I just picture Cyberus just dad picture with the selfie.
Okay.
She likes fire stuff.
I try to
Onyx points
conjure
at-
the screen
him.
thing.
Onyx points at him as just like not one of my relatives.
Do not take no photography or videos allowed in here. It can escape through photography. That's in the video.
when you pull down the thing, the video is it's 037, and the title of it is Stone Angel, and I'm hearing like extremely loud birds. I don't know if that's Sirenscape.
That's a bird that lives near me.
Oh, okay. I've never
was gonna say,
actually
that's-
heard that before. Like,
that
I didn't
was
realize you had pet birds.
No, it just lives outside sometimes.
Oh
it
wow,
likes-
that is really close. It sounds like it's inside.
Yeah.
It's quite loud. I'll mute for now.
I have never had that before. The loudest bird I have is a fucking woodpecker that's a dumbass and pecks on the fucking street lamps. And you can hear it echoing all through the neighborhood.
That's
Anyway.
funny.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
That's so
Anyway.
funny.
You have the video thing come down, and see Dave sitting there, and he's like, "Yeah, this one sucks." And you actually realize that he like looks like he's bloodied and battered. He's got like a big cut down the one side of his face that's pretty gnarly and deep. You did notice though that obviously that had healed up. It's in a place where he had a pretty deep scar.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah, I have this one currently in yeah, I'm still working on how to contain it. I'm guessing like a window door is best, because you need to keep eyes on it all the time. Because the moment you blink, it moves. And it stabs you. And it hurts like a bitch. This was a near miss. The one in my gut was not. It hurt a lot. Yeah, so I mean that's just don't let it out, and if you do, make sure that you have a spotter and keep somebody really, really fucking close. And he sort of like holds up the Maltese and he's like, "You're my spotter for now, right, buddy?" And the dog just looks at him.
Oh. All right, let's keep
Like-
going.
Yep.
Exactly.
And the video ends. And the video clicks back on. Wizard said something about like don't take pictures of it. I didn't really. So like, I'm hoping that's fine. There was footage of it that was from earlier in the place. should be fine though, right?
Passion looks at Cyrus and says, you might want to delete that.
The video cuts out, and then there is black screen for a second, and then a moment or so later, the video comes back, and he's like, "Okay, not okay, not okay." It fucking crawled out of the TV, and you can see now he is severely bloodied. He's like, "Yeah. I don't really know what to do with this. So it's going in the cage, and I took out the security camera because I was thinking, oh, hey, if a camera is watching it, like, it'll be what? Nope, camera doesn't count. Camera. Apparently, the image of the thing is the thing. So then there were two.
Cyberus.
I have the other one elsewhere because I felt like it was a really bad idea to keep them together, but, there we go.
Onyx grabs Cyrus's phones and smashes it. No, she just crushes it in her hand.
Okay.
Well,
I'm
now we
gonna
both
have to
need...
do with this.
Fashion looks, well, I guess now we both need phones.
No, don't take pictures of
picture.
anything down here.
I don't think you
take a
can.
picture of this and email it to like the bad guy.
We don't know their email, Cyberus.
We might find out. It might be like a good thing to have in our back pocket.
Bad guy at AOL.com.
Somebody owns that account.
The male version of Billy Ellis just gets murdered randomly out of no reason.
No. Some poor kid in an orphanage goes, I have mail, and goes to open it. And the next thing you hear is about this orphanage that was on fire.
Didn't the anarchists like send us messages? Maybe we could like backtrace that to send him a picture of this thing.
We already have the anarchist in capture.
No, one of his allies. One of his allies might.
I have a question. So Cyberus made the picture with his phone, right? Does he have signal down here? Because then that shit would get uploaded to the fucking cloud. That's a huge issue.
I'd assume he wouldn't from where we are, especially because it's...
Yeah, you're pretty far down now.
I don't think it would happen.
Also, I just don't see Cyberus being the person to upload everything instantly.
Yeah, not instantly.
But the arrows continue past the door.
Yeah, Apache's just like...
And turn again.
This place is really fucking creepy.
You think?
Yeah, somebody smashed my phone.
As you guys...
It's a mystery. We'll never know who.
As you guys pass the door, if any of you glance back, you can see that the creature has moved and is now staring at the corner of the door where you guys are.
Onyx flips it off.
It doesn't move. It looks just like a stone statue.
No, but the next time you pass the statue, it's sitting there just flipping you off with both hands.
You're talking.
That'd be really funny.
It's a stone statue, right?
It is, yes.
God, Gurk, don't do anything stupid.
It's probably a creature. Although who knows?
Again.
You should probably, Patrick's like, you should really put up a sign of no photos on that thing.
I think he usually doesn't have visitors down here.
Still.
The arrow goes into another room. And then this one is like a sort of like square, a large room, maybe about like 40 feet or so, 40 by 20 or so. And in the center is a little pedestal. On top of the pedestal is a rubber duck. And tacked to it is a literally taped with a piece of scotch tape is a photo of Dave holding the duck, and then scrawled in the corner of it and pen on the bottom of it. It's actually like a Polaroid. Written on the bottom of it is first one caught.
Oh.
And if you sort of look around, the way that it's the pedestal is round, so you can sort of see behind the photo. And written on the back is, and also the most dangerous ones.
Now we need to know.
I don't even want to know what's the deal about that thing. Also, I have a question. The arrows, like, are they like little lights or something like that?
They're sort of like glow in the dark arrows. It's like a white fluorescent sort of thing. The arrow goes in and around this space, and then off to the side of this room are several different doors, most of which are just closed doors, completely plain, closed steel doors. And then there is a hallway that goes in the opposite direction. And then sitting off to the side, you see the raccoon just sort of like sitting there, holding a rubber duck.
Oh God. Passion just looks at Gurk. It's just, why is your familiar here?
What you got there, Jesse?
He like waddles over to you on
2 feet.
on 2 feet, and then hands it to you, and then like awkwardly reaches up, like not sure if it's okay with everybody watching, and squeaks it.
What?
Lights go everywhere. The entire room lights up in a kaleidoscope of color. Everybody make a Constitution saving throw, please.
God fucking.
It's either the disco duck or the solar flare duck. I'm not really sure which one.
Okay,
Sounds like the solar flare duck to me.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
14.
Okay.
21.
Nice.
4.
Cat's like, you all failed.
Does he need another roll for Jesse?
Did both of you roll poorly? The two with the highest wisdom roll poorly.
This is con save, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I rolled a 5.
Oh, it's not a wisdom. That's right.
You
With
said
the
con. Cat,
did
Yeah,
say
you
con.
said con. Otherwise, I would not have rolled a 21. No chance.
no chance in hell.
So both of the two of you, Gurk and Cyberus, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm picking on you just because your rolls are not great tonight.
We chose not to sing.
Take
Cat doing
Yeah. You both take 10 points of radiant damage. Or sorry, 20 points. The other two of you take 10.
Oh, hey, I take 5. Because I'm resistant to radiant.
And you are both seeing stars as you are blinded for a little bit. Currently. And the other two of you, it is a disco ball in here. The thing is lighting up and everything. And you could see, like, as soon as it happened, the like raccoon closed its eyes and opened them.
Okay, so the raccoon got an 8 on their con save, so they are vaporized, apparently.
No.
I was just explaining how the raccoon avoided it by closing its eyes.
How did you beat my penultimate attack? I blinked. Oh yeah, I do it.
God.
The raccoon just sort of looks at you, makes like a concerned face, and you guys, the other two of you,
The ones who aren't blinded.
yeah, you do see that the arrows continue down that like hallway, but only a short way, and then it like turns and points.
All
at
right.
the wall.
Well, Passion's gonna look at the raccoon and just say, put it back where you found it.
He like reaches up to take the duck from you, Gurk. Do you allow him to?
Yeah.
And he just wanders off down the hallway in the direction that you guys are actually going, but he keeps going past the arrow.
Passion's gonna look to the other.
Care about
Yeah,
it.
are you guys okay?
I feel like you that one time.
Which one?
Ow.
Point at my eyes.
You mean him or me here?
After
Because
the
we both
burner
had that
effect.
happen.
The burner effect.
Oh, I know. Passion saying
Whichever
which
one
one.
I'm at. I can't tell.
I picture you pointing at a wall. That one.
I'm under an inconvenience, and I keep walking like I'm not blind. because I'm not.
Onyx can we just...
Also, I cast Cure
fucking
Wounds
hell.
at 5th level.
And she just continues
Yeah.
walking on.
Passion's gonna follow Onyx.
Okay.
Scotty, you said cure wounds at 5th level?
Yep.
Gurk did the shit kicked out of him.
I was at half health.
He did take a fair amount of damage. And you guys see the door goes to, or the arrow goes to that door. You have the keys. I
All right.
don't remember who was holding them though.
I'm assuming Cyberus or Gurk because
I was picturing Cyberus.
Yeah, he's
Onyx is holding the case.
and Passion's helping.
There you go. He showed you which key it would be that would open the door where this thing was supposed to go.
We're blind.
I'm blind, so I'm just why
I'm
we
assuming
stop.
you're unblinded by now.
At the moment, no. You don't know exactly how long it'll last.
Then I guess Passion will walk up and take, because she's not helping apparently. So she'll get the. She'll take.
So
the key.
like, most of them look the same. Presumably, you were like holding which one it was, so that you knew which one it was, because all of them look pretty identical.
Yeah.
So I'll say that you can remember which key it was,
Alright.
if you would like.
All right. Yes, I would like that. Would not like to just have to go through every single key. Like, nope. Shit.
Fun fact, one of those keys not only opens the door, but it doesn't open it to the space you're going to.
But yeah, Passion will open it up then.
Cool. You open it up,
And we all die.
no.
We're taking quite a long time downstairs.
It's kind of a maze down there.
I text you.
No, that was in reference to them dying downstairs. I was like, what the hell is taking so long?
Oh yeah, no, that's Dave saying, yeah, it's kind of a maze down there. It takes a while to get through it. You may want to go check on them though, just to make sure they're fine.
No, I'm good.
Onyx, as she's waiting for Passion to open the door, looks down on the arrows and is like, I really hope these don't turn off once we delivered this thing.
You open the door, and then as you wheel it inside, all of you hear the intercom. Demona, you at the moment when you hear this, the farmer guy Dave had sort of walked. Sorry, I just noticed a fly. The dog is hunting. He had walked out of the room to get what looked like more dog food. And you all hear his voice come over an intercom and say, so I wanted to see if you guys are capable of doing what I need you to do. By the way, you may have guessed, there is a sort of dimensional barrier preventing you from leaving. Good luck.
I fucking knew it, Onyx called out.
And what in there? As you guys realize this in a little bit of a panic, two of you are still blinded. One of you is has just eaten the strange candy. And one of you is separated from the party.
Yeah. I was gonna make, as soon as you asked Kat, like, oh, are you sure? I'm like, as soon as you said, I'm like, we're gonna have another fucking meld to stone situation, aren't we? Where one of the players is just gonna be sitting out for an entire combat encounter.
Oh my god. No, I just imagine Gurk melding into stone with a stone angel and then piloting it like a mech suit.
What the fuck is going on with you, Hera?
It was a possible plan if it did get out. I was going to meld with stone with it. It can't attack me unless it attacks itself.
Oh my god.
Try.
I was
Yeah.
like, you fucking gonna call us over in intercom, and I
Yeah,
half
I knew.
expected. So I half expected it because wait a second, this reminds me of something. Because I recently thought about it again, and I watched like some videos on YouTube, Mass Effect 2, where they're like, yeah, sure, you can have Subject Zero, it's no problem. And then they like open the cell, nobody's in there, and it's like, if you would kindly step in here.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So, plugs. I will say, let's go with the person that took the second most damage today. Luke, what do you have going on?
None
Okay.
public, that is,
Well, you know,
or
go
private.
follow his Twitter. He's cool.
I don't tweet at all. I like some things though.
I've tried. Okay.
Thank you.
Hera, what do you have going on?
Normally tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. EST on Heroes Without Limits, Vex and I can be seen in Silver and Steel. I don't think we will be running tomorrow because one of our players just recently moved, like today, and they probably won't have internet, and they're usually doing tech. I do know that Sophia said maybe we could run if we want to run
It's up in the air.
without, but it's up in the air. I'm leaning more towards no because we're also only 3 players. On the other hand, the one player that would be missing is the one that currently got knocked out and needs patching up. So, and this is not D&D, it is the Witcher TTRPG where
Oof.
wounds and critical injuries are a lot more serious than in D&D, where it's just, oh yeah, boop, and you're like at 1 HP and you're good to go or whatever. It's a little bit more serious. Injuries are more lasting. It's a bit grittier. But yeah, that's me.
Okay. Hera, what do you have going on? Or not Hera, fuck. Vex.
Well, like Hera said, Silver and Steel, but as well on the same day at 9 p.m. EST, I GM a game of D&D, Ghost of Saltmarsh, with Hera in it as well. And they're hopefully next session going to be closing out the first adventure.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Hopefully they don't die. That's it for me.
So
to be fair, if they died, it would still be an end.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Dead end.
So my next game is Ghost of Saltmarsh. I'll let Scotty talk about that since he runs it. The next game that I GM that streamed is Retroverse Vaccine Crew, where they're going to the moon, and they're finally gonna find Sammy's Henshin buddy, and hopefully she's okay. And I dealt a lot of damage to Sammy last session because I'm a dick. Yep, that's me. Scotty.
Well, there's a lot of shows that I run here on this Twitch channel. If you like this show and any of the other shows, the backlog would be visible down below if you're on Twitch. Or if you're on YouTube, you can just go to my channel. It's one of the many playlists I have on there. Next game, like you said... actually, no, we have Chaos Crew is the next game on this channel, which will be tomorrow, Saturday, at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Where, we're in some deep shit. And, one character might be under the Dominate spell.
Nothing bad is happening at all to them.
Not at all.
Never.
What else? Well, you mentioned Ghost of Saltmarsh. That will be also tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The group is almost, maybe, possibly, kind of going to be doing this war thing that they were in there for. Actually, no, they've been... What am I saying? I totally forgot last session. Last session, they kind of fought like 30-some Sahugan, so... We'll,
It's fine.
we'll see how they deal with the other 16 in the next room.
Yeah, and the monk is fucked up.
I do freelancing work on Fiverr. My Fiverr profile is on my Twitter. So if you follow me on Twitter, you can find it there. I do artwork for any of your characters that you have for Dungeons & Dragons, Cthulhu, what have you. I'll do it. I guess that's everything for me.
And
Yep.
don't forget Sage.
I have nothing, and I've asked her to leave me out.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
again, check out Sirenscape. They're super cool. I couldn't hear them for the second half of this video, but supposedly you guys can, so I hope it was cool.
It's been the most amazing thing. I have felt like crap, and it's this nice, even
I'm glad.
heartbeat of a tone that sounds like it'd be in place for a horror movie, but it's kind of kept me zoned in.
That was the intent.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys next week for Vaccine, and then in 2 weeks to catch up and see what happens now. Bye.
Thoughts for Danya.
Bye.